Thank you, Madam Chairman. Councillors Whitbread and Bentley rightly pointed out that this council has outstanding children's services. I'd like to thank the officers and staff who work in this department for the excellent work that they do. But things are nowhere near as rosy for children with special educational needs or disabilities, otherwise known as SEND. The number of applications for education, health and care plans, EHCPs, is going up, and the numbers of parents taking this council to tribunal for not providing what their children need is also going up. Essex is the 5th worst council in the country for the number of people appealing SEND decisions. Nationally, on average, local authorities win less than 2% of these. Just think about that for a second. Less than 2% of appeals are won. Instead of throwing money at fighting appeals, wouldn't it make more sense to give children the provision they need in the first place and save families and the public purse the financial and emotional trauma that this process creates? Councillor Sheldon said that education matters for all pupils, yet the budget before us shows they intend to spend less on special educational needs in the coming financial year than this year. Many children waiting for an EHCP or for the provision in an EHCP to be provided are missing education altogether. If Councillor Sheldon is to be believed when he says that education matters for all pupils, why are the Conservatives planning on spending less on pupils with special educational needs despite demand being ever greater? Nationally and locally, the number of applications for EHCPs are going up. Parents are having to wait far longer than statutory guidelines for assessments. Even if they get an EHCP, many still aren't getting anywhere near the provision set out in it, despite it being legally binding. I wonder if the holder of the rather pretentious, I'm afraid, title of Chancellor of Essex thought we wouldn't notice his choice to take away funds from some of the most vulnerable in our society. But the decision is also financially illiterate. You see, if you don't provide these incredibly vulnerable children and their families with the full support that they need now so that they can get the education they deserve, the chances are the cost to the public purse will be even greater in the future, as they may well require even more support from adult social care and other services later in life. But this is short-term thinking from a party that is, of course, more out of touch than ever and has run out of ideas both locally and nationally. Moving on to Councillor Goggin. You say Birmingham, I say Thurrock. And to Councillor Spence, I just have to say this to his, I'm afraid, rather bizarre and alternative reality statement that budget savings aren't cuts, it will make people's lives better. Yeah, right.